Good morning, this is Saffron from Sukhasana Yoga. Today I'm going to show you some things I like to do with the hula hoop to warm up my shoulders and to keep them healthy. So I use my shoulders a lot for surfing, handstands, aerials, a lot of stuff. So I need to do a lot of things to make them feel good and stable. So the hula hoop really helps because of its circular shape. You can use it as a prop to stretch and stabilize your shoulders. So I like to take the hula hoop on top of my head to start and just kind of let it help me feel more centered. So you can just imagine that you're the axis down the center of the hula hoop. And just allow it to help you feel your spine. Just notice how your spine feels from the way all the way down. You can bend your knees and then tuck your tailbone down as you inhale and lengthen the spine all the way up to the crown of your head. Take a few breaths to just try to lengthen into this axis. And slowly find one hand on about 10 o'clock and the other hand on about 2 o'clock. We'll reach the hula hoop up above us. And drop your shoulders down away from your ears. So you don't want to be up here. You want to be down here with a nice long neck. On your inhale, we'll reach up and back. Try to breathe into the upper part of your back and into your chest. Find space in between the rib bones. And then exhale, we'll turn our hands and we'll fold forward. So you can push this into your heart and allow it to keep your back flat as you come all the way down. Bend your knees, relax, shake your head. And then keep your hands as they are, still at 10 and 2. We're just gonna flip them and bring the hoop back up and around. So we're twisting our wrists and our shoulders. And then you can use the hula hoop, press it into the back of your shoulder blades and allow it to stretch into your chest. Try to keep those shoulder blades down. Breathe here. You can bend your elbows a little bit or scoot your hands down a tiny bit. And then you can floss your nerves here. So here my shoulder blades are pulling back together and then I rotate through my neck. And do about 20 of these. It really lubricates the joints and releases all those muscle fibers that can be trapping your nerves. Reaching the hula hoop all the way back up. We'll bring it back in front of us. And then we'll start to warm up the shoulder by doing isolations. So take the palm of your hand up. We'll use both hands for this one. So I'm using my right arm. You can use your left to mirror me. So my palm is up onto the top of the hula hoop and I'm gripping all of my fingers in. I'm making this movement come from my shoulder. So I'm circling the hoop down. So my shoulder is the only thing moving. My arm is straight. And my hand comes now down towards my hips. Then I switch hands and let my left hand, your right hand, carry it all the way up to the top. So my shoulder is straight. Now I switch again. So now my hands are up above my head and then I draw it down towards my waist and then switch. So warming up the shoulder joint. This is really cool because my hula hoop's funny and egg-shaped. But if you have a nice circular hula hoop, it looks like it's spinning in thin air. And this one lights up, so it's really cool when it's lit up. Okay, and then we're going to take the hula hoop up. And we'll do the same thing, so we'll go backwards. So I'll start with my right hand, your left hand, and we'll draw the hula hoop down with our palms facing up. And then grab onto the hula hoop and switch. 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 And then switch directions. So back and up and back and up and back and up. Very good. So now here, since we have the hula hoop here, we'll turn it towards our side body, and we'll start to warm up the shoulder in this plane. So I'm going to cross the hula hoop over my body, keeping my hand as it is, and then bring it back. So I'm drawing a figure 8 and keeping the hula hoop in a parallel plane with my body. So the hula hoop is parallel with my body, the plane of the circle. And I can already start to feel this warming into my shoulder. And you can go nice and slow. Try to keep your ribs in. Just let the movement be from the shoulder. And we'll try to reverse it. So now the hula hoop will go back. And then figure 8. This is a little bit of a brain teaser, so be nice to yourself as you try this. Switching, keeping the ribs down, warming up into those stabilizer muscles of the shoulder. Finding that nice figure 8 rotation. And then here, we'll stop, and we'll take the hula hoop back behind us. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, open again. Stretching into the shoulders. You can take it underneath your shoulder blades, and then just allow it to open into the chest as you floss into your neck a little bit more. So now holding into the hula hoop, my palm is still facing up. We'll take the hula hoop now above our head, same thing, figure 8, above. And actually when we get here, we're gonna wanna flip our palm. So flip your palm so that your thumb is facing out, and then we'll do a figure 8 coming in and around. In and around. And see if you can make this movement just from the shoulder. Feels really good. And you can feel all those little muscles working in your shoulder. And when you've done about 5 to 10 of these, you can switch the direction. Opposite way. Oops. Make sure your head's not in the way. Back through and back. And mine's a little bit wonky. It doesn't want to twist really there. So that internal rotation, I'm trying to keep my shoulder not going super far forward. And this is a really great warm-up before you do aerial or anything that's really heavy on the shoulders. Okay, and then we'll stop there. Take a big inhale up once again, and exhale, stretch through that chest. Breathe into your collarbones. And just let it go. And then taking the hula hoop now back to this side. We'll cross it over our body so it's parallel. The hula hoop plane is parallel with our body. We're going to cross it over to the left and then back to the right. Your left. And figure 8. Notice what your ribs are doing. Notice what your shoulder's doing. But this circular motion is really good for all the joints. Anything circular lubricates your joints and allows you to move more freely and easily. So go fast and then go slow. Notice the controlled movement. Just notice how it feels. Really try to feel all those muscles articulating the movement. And then reverse the direction. So this is harder. We're going to go back first and then cross it over. And this comes in handy when you're learning any tricks. So learning to go both ways with both hands. So we always want to keep our body nice and even. And use both sides of our brain. up. Take the hula hoop back behind you, reaching it up, and exhale, open out. Floss into the neck once again. My neck can never be flossed enough. You can make big half circles all the way forward, opening up the neck a little bit more. And if this is hard for you, feel free to bend your elbows and just be here. As long as you feel the opening across your chest, it's fine. Okay, so then we're gonna take the hula hoop above us. We'll grab onto it, and then we'll turn our hand out. So we're going to go into those rotations in the perpendicular plane now. So it's perpendicular in reference to our body. So we're going to take the hula hoop around, forward, up, around, forward, up. And see what you're doing with the rest of your body, and notice just the movement in your shoulder. Keep breathing into it. It's okay if it's tight, that's why we're doing it, to loosen it up, get the energy flowing into all the edges of the muscles, to all the little fibers. And we've done about 10. Be your bad counter today, switch the opposite direction. And in and up. In, so this is my second favorite shoulder, which makes it a little bit more difficult, and I can feel the work a lot more in those stabilizer muscles, which is exactly what I need. One more, and then bringing the hula hoop up. Inhale, take your legs out to the side, and exhale, squatting it down, letting the hips open. Breathing here. Inhale up, and exhale down. Inhaling up, and exhaling down. Staying here, now that your hips are nice and stabilized, pull your belly in. Then we're gonna twist the whole spine. So we're gonna make what I call a penny. So our hands are at 10 and 2. And then our right hand, our head tries to follow the axis, but it won't go all the way. So if you can try to keep your head in line with the axis, so just twist through the spine, and then bring the hula hoop to roll around your belt line. So it's as if there's belt loops holding onto your hula hoop, and you're not letting it move out of those belt loops, but you're letting the hula hoop take you and twist you in that range of motion. Feels really good to just open up the ribs and the side body, lubricate the spine, and then we're gonna switch. So nice and slow. Imagine those loops are holding the hula hoop stabilized in your belt loops, and you're letting the axis take your spine around, twisting it in all of its ranges of motion. And stop, inhale, reach up, exhale, squatting all the way down. Take the hula hoop at the base of your spine, and then open up once again. Stretching into that neck always. And then reaching up, and bringing the hula hoop down. That's all for today, but I'll post some more videos of other things you can do with the hula hoop to improve your yoga practice, and use it as a prop, essentially, to find more balance, strength, and flexibility. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.